Our starting lineup for Chicago Fire under head coach Ludovic Talandua. A 4-1-3-2. Have high expectations for David Pareba because he's playing. Josue Tavares, a 4-3-3. Have high expectations for Nempasha Berchimas, the and between Crown Legacy. Peter Barandi blows his whistle, and we begin action at SeatGeek Stadium. James Hadnot. Outswinging ball, back post run is there, but the ball's headed high. But this year for Coach Ludo, just sharing that, they're already growing a lot throughout these first couple of matches in the season. Chicago having the opportunity of playing in the Open Cup, and so they will be playing in a third-round match versus Indy 11. And you think about Chicago, such a strong history in the Open Cup. Won the double back in 1998, the first MLS Cup and the Open Cup in that season. 3 other Open Cups to their credit, the last one coming back in 2006. And so Coach Ludo said it was an honor for his team to be able to represent the MLS and represent Chicago. Had lots of fans at those matches, although it was bad weather. Rochester plays it down the line. Ball picked up by Osorio. Pareba playing against his former team. Ball whipped into the box. Glasgow can't get a full head to it, but it drops to Hensey, who also falls. Been a lot already in the first couple of minutes. Pareba pumps the ball into the box, headed away initially. Ball will drop for Chicago. Second wave, ball make his way back into his defensive half and make things difficult. Glasgow, excellent touch. Ball clipped across and picked up. First time for the U17 national team. Odunze, back in 2019, also playing for the U17 national team. Spent time with Leicester City in their U21s before coming to Charlotte. Ball's given up, and the collision between Glasgow. Smalls races into the box, cuts it across, and just couldn't find the back post. Hensey, who will join into the attack, pushed outside. Ball picked up by Kofi, and not only because of his playoff experience, but just because of the role he played with Crown Legacy last season. Now the ball lost once again. This is Duke, 3-on-2. Duke lays it off, and Berchimas blocked away by Jeffrey Gall. Smalls upended. No score throughout the first 10.5 minutes of action. Ball lofted towards the back post, and Hamidi Diop Gall grabs that easily. Long ball bouncing, and Kofi, Duke, Berchimas, and he's holding up Jalen Shannon. That's a foul. Ball lost to Tiger Smalls. Contact, and that's going to be a yellow card. Wait. Parrish pumps the ball out wide. Forbes steps into the attack. Mayaka, great ball over the top. Niando. Has Mirkovic supporting, but goes to Berchimas. Berchimas tries to bend it in. Ball drops, shot, hits the post. now Berchimas again. Back to Mirkovic. That last chance for Crown Legacy. You see the overlapping run. Berchimas trying to get to his favorite foot. Ball dropping, and the post, the only thing that stood between. Third wave of offense. Oh, what a take! Second shot hits the back of the net. Odunze deals with the first hit from Jalen Shannon, but the second one would not be denied. And Chicago scores the opening goal on top of Crown Legacy. You see Blake doesn't beat the first line, but Pareba has his eyes up, sees Jalen Shannon. He could not. This is Sergio Orahel Jr. Nice ball to Amari Glasgow. Glasgow, one-on-one with Forbes. Cuts across. Omari Glasgow. And Philip Mayaka, captain for Crown Legacy, is shown a yellow card. He was the only player last season to score. And Mayaka receives a second yellow and a red card in the first half. Day is done. You take a look at it again. Mayaka steps on the foot of Blake, who goes down immediately. You see Mayaka of added time in the first half. Chicago with the lead. Ball comes across, and Odunze will pick it up. And Christian Kofi taking this is Harold Osorio. An outswinging ball dealt with initially. Glasgow turning. Glasgow just wide. That's the halftime whistle, and Chicago in the driver's seat, leading 1-0 on top. To Chicago. Peter Bernardi blows his whistle. Time for us to start the second half between Chicago Fire FC 2 and Crown Legacy. After giving up just 34 goals all of last season, this ball slips through for Kofi in Chicago. Cuts it across, nobody home. Now Osorio around to Kofi. Kofi blocked away. And the ball was back into Kofi. Now Rochester. Pareba looking for that top corner. Excuse me, Crown Legacy will have possession. Niando. Free kick lifted, headed on by Willian Sengokeza. Loss on the road and a 1-0 loss here at SeatGeek Stadium. So we're excited for the opportunity to test their wits. Glasgow first time ball blocked by corner for Chicago. Ball comes in, and some pushing and shoving near the 6-yard box means that Crown Legacy will have possession. Well, nice touch to start the attack. This is Osorio. Well-weighted ball to Kofi. Cuts back onto his right foot. Back to the left foot. Shook a look. Taps to Kofi. Cuts it back. And again, Christian Kofi maybe doing a little too much. Retakes possession. Cuts it across. Pareba, extra pass. And Glasgow. Chicago in possession. Shook a look. Leaves it. Pareba can't keep it down. Pareba picks it up. Glasgow tracks it down. Cross comes in. And once again playing well is Willian Sengokeza. Osorio around one defender. Now Glasgow. He just puts both palms onto his face. Odunze takes the touch and will boot it deep. Bill Hinsey heads that out. And Chicago's U15s winning the premier bracket. Rochester whips this in. Odunze gets a hand to it. Glasgow, 2 years up with the U17s at the World Cup. Last year was 15 years old. There are definitely opportunities for young players to make their way into these sides. What a touch by Tiger Smalls at MSU Soccer Park. We'll have all the action for you starting at 5 p.m. Eastern on MLSNextPro.com. This ball headed by Pareba. Glasgow putting his body on the line. Constant waves of offense for Chicago up the man. Rochester whips the ball in. What a touch by Pareba! And he puts it past Odunze. David Pareba scores against Rochester with a great ball. And Pareba, oh my, so smooth. And you just had a feeling he was going to at least have an opportunity. His first chance of the day, handles it with top class. Crown Legacy trying to change that, but Smalls can't get around the defender. In a world of trouble against Chicago, who is still looking for more. Glasgow with the pilfer, puts the ball into the box. Sango Kiza deals with it. Smalls takes a shoulder from Rochester, who was scoring last year at the first team level as well as the second team. This ball is cut across for Chicago, looking for more. Now Kofi. And this ball's headed away by Sango Kiza. Short corner, Pareba, Orhel Jr. Not enough. Smalls ends up on the pitch and lofts this ball deep into the box. First ball loss, and Cameron Duke can't crush the ball onto frame.
Entering the match, number 79, Chandler Young. Leaving the match, number 25, Tiger Smalls.
So Julian Bravo and Chandler Young will both come on. David Chichao Cotto comes on. And
entering the match, number 51.
And then pushed it past Chituru Odunze for the second goal for Chicago. And they lead 2-0 up a man. Young doesn't beat the first wave of defense in Rochester. Chijiro Caro keeps it for Chicago. And a yellow card for the challenge in behind. Loses the ball to Merkovich. Chandler Young looking to come the other way. Chijiro Caro makes a long run, and then the substitute will receive a yellow. And that's going to be an obvious yellow. You see here, would have been a 3-on-3. Kaye just takes up the yellow. Shook a look, cuts to his right foot. Ball drops to Glasgow, who keeps it. Glasgow takes the shot, blocked away by Adunze. Chicago's next match is going to be against Red Bulls. That's not going to be an easy feat. But right now, they can enjoy this win against the reigning champs from the regular season in the East last year.